InfoWars, breaking, 2 killed, should be murdered, in Brussels by gunmen who yelled, Aloha Akbar, while opening fire. Gunmen who allegedly swore allegiance to ISIS, which is Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, if I'm not mistaken, opened fire in downtown Brussels, Belgium, killing 2 and injuring several more. The perp announced his allegiance to ISIS and stated his need to avenge Musulman, has reportedly killed at least 2 Swedish nationals, and injured many other civilians, with a massive manhunt currently underway by Belgian police to find him. So this gunman is one of 3 things. 1, he's an imported Musulman brought to the West by our beloved government. 2, he was born of people who immigrated from the Musulman land and they themselves are Muslim, but the child goes completely radical with it. And finally, 3, a European who adopts the radicalism to fit in, and Western government promotes ism while bashing Christianity. And an example goes like this. A gay couple goes into a Christian bakery, says, "Bake us this gay wedding cake." The Christian baker says, "No, it conflicts with my religion." And what happens to the Christian baker? He gets dragged through the ringer. And to my knowledge, no gay couple has gone to a Muslim baker. If anybody knows different, please share it. I'd love to read it or see it. Now, as for this avenging Muslims stuff, I'm pretty sure that's related to what's happening with Hamas in Gaza or Israel or whatever. That being said, here's some more articles related to that recent conflict. House GOP to investigate whether Hamas weapons came from Ukraine or Afghanistan. So they're going to be doing a probe/investigation to find out. Here, let me save you the trouble and the millions of dollars it would cost to do the probe and the money and say, yeah, you have Ukraine, a place where everybody's dumping weapons to fight the old Russie, and they have a blank check to match. Now, when I think of Ukraine, I think of a sink. Example, someone's trying to fill up a sink and they ask me, they say, "Why isn't the sink filling up?" I look at them with a puzzled face. Because there's a drain. And that's where we get the term. It's a drain. Also, it's like flushing money down a toilet. That's a term too that I could use. Now, as for Afghanistan, yeah, there's a lot of weapons in Afghanistan. Leftovers would be accurate, but they weren't left over, they were just left behind. Alright, next up, Louvre Museum. Versailles Palace evacuated amid Islamist bomb threat. So yeah, just like the other 2 articles I did, it's probably a result of the Israeli-Gaza conflict. So you have these Musulmen, they want to avenge their Musulman brothers. And again, the West is pro-Israel, right? So I'm not surprised that stuff like this is happening. And do I care? Well, yeah. The Louvre Museum contains hundreds of years, if not millennia, of European art, culture, history, etc. If anything were to happen to that, Europe would lose so much of its identity. So I do care, it's just I'm not surprised. Here's an example. My neighbor puts a fox in their chicken coop, and in the morning all the chickens are no longer moving. And they go, "Oh, why did the fox eat all my chickens?" It's a fox. That's why. So in summary, this video was a bit of a mashup. It had like 3 different articles relating somewhat to the same event, i.e. Israel-Gaza war. So I'm most likely going to be doing more of these mashups to cover all these events. Anyway, take care out there in Clown World.